Another new series hits the channel today, and it's simply called Bait or Great. Frankly, there's not a lot of new content in the Digimon card game, and I want to start generating some new ideas for not just competitive players to look at, but casual players as well. Bait or Great is a short video series that looks at typically new cards that drop, and whether they'll be, as the namesake of the series goes, Bait or Great. For the first episode of the series, it's going to be looking at the card Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock is a 3-cost black option card that, when it's hit in security, adds it to your hand. It has a main effect of playing one Diaboromon token without paying the cost, and then places the card as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Diaboromon without Doomsday Clock in the sources. Note, while it's not mentioned in the card, Doomsday Clock cannot be added underneath your token Diaboromon. Start of your turn. If you have 4 Doomsday Clocks in the battle area in play, you automatically win the game. Doomsday Clock has an inheritable effect of all turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area by an opponent's effect. By deleting one of your other Diaboromon, prevent it from leaving play. This card generates infinite protection on all turns with 2 caveats. Number 1, that you have Diaboromon tokens in play that you can delete, and number 2, this card remains in the Digivolution sources. Unfortunately, with the second inheritable effect, end of opponent's turn, it's mandatory removed from the Digivolution sources and placed into the battle area. So now that I've established the general effects of this card, is this card Bait or Great in Diaboromon? The remainder of the video will be broken down into why this card could be either, but by the end of the video you'll have my opinion on what I think it is. My opinion is only my stance on where I think the card leans. You very well could have a differing opinion, and that is 100% okay. In regards to security, the card does not really offer much other than adding it to your hand. And in regards to the effect, unless you're already at Diaboromon with an inheritable D-Digivolve, does it really only provide an extra body and additional benefits. But one element that I think is crucial to it is the fact that you can provide protection to your Diaboromon Digimon by trading a token for it to stay on board. This means that in some ways, your Diaboromon Ace has some added benefits now of staying where it is without leaving. The only downside is the fact that your Digimon is only going to have this protection for 1 turn, whether you like it or not. Other players are currently utilizing Raiji Ludamon and tucking it under their Infomons because this is not a mandatory removal from the sources. But honestly, this element of protection feels more gimmicky than anything else. While the protection is great, I can't help but feel that the mandatory removal of it at the end of your opponent's turn just isn't worth it. But the last element of the card itself is that in order to achieve the alternate win condition, you must have 4 copies of this card out on the battlefield at the start of your turn. Which means you must run 4 copies of the card if you're looking to achieve the alternate win condition. But if 1 copy is trashed, whether it be from security or removed from the Digivolution sources, you're much more reliant on the BT17 Diaboromon than you really should be. Because EX6 Diaboromon and Diaboromon Ace are the go-tos for the deck. At the present, I could see players running at most 1 to 2 copies of the card. Because if you run 3, what's really stopping you from running 4? My overall thoughts of this card is that it's bait for Diaboromon players. But if you're playtesting it and finding it to be very successful, do let me know your reasonings on why you think this card is amazing, or not. What are your thoughts on Doomsday Clock as the first card to go over in the newest series Bait or Great? Let me know your thoughts on this and other cards you'd like to see in this series, because I'm here to bring something new to the Digimon community. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.